I don't think people understand like what an artist is, like a mixed martial artist. It's like somebody who I always said was like an artist was like Nate Diaz, right? Nate Diaz was the kind of guy who just didn't give a shit about the title, nor he cared if he won a fight or not. He just liked to slug it out, kind of like Wanderlei Silva. But I would never ever suggest that Nate Diaz is not. Like they would suggest that Nate Diaz is a journeyman. Yeah, maybe in the beginning of his career, but now is Nate Diaz a journeyman? No, absolutely not. I mean, being able to almost knock out Leon Edwards like that, and then point and laugh and not finish. I mean that just goes to show you this is what I did to your champion, and here I am. I could come up and be champion if I wanted, but he decided not to. He beat Conor McGregor. I mean, those journeymen don't do things like that. So you can't call him a journeyman. Maybe he was a journeyman in the beginning or the middle, but towards the end of his career, absolutely not. He's not a journeyman now, but he maybe he was. But like, you can't base it on somebody's losses. Like for me, I compete at expert level in jiu-jitsu, and my record is like, I don't know, like 13 wins and like nine or 10 losses. But like every competition I had was like I won one, lost one, won one, lost one, or won two, lost two, or I went 4-1, or 2-2, and that's why my record is like that. But I guess you could say I'm a journeyman in jiu-jitsu, but I don't know. It's just like people who don't compete. It's hard for them to be like, oh yeah, he's a journeyman. Like you got to go out there and compete. You got to go see out for yourselves. Like in the beginning of your career, in the beginning of this, yeah, you could probably be a journeyman. But to say that now that Nate Diaz is a journeyman, I don't agree with that at all. Maybe in the beginning of his career, but he's no journeyman now. I mean, he beat Tony Ferguson. He beat Leon. I would say he beat Leon Edwards. I mean, he practically had him knocked out. And then he beat Conor McGregor. And then the list goes on. He's beaten a who's who. I mean, he beat Gray Maynard. I mean, Nate Diaz is one of the best to ever grace the octagon. And I will say that with confidence, So I don't know if anybody disagrees with me. That's on you guys,